Hello students, welcome to the video tutorial series on JavaScript, and in this session we are going to concentrate on operators and control statements. And today's learning objectives are: what is an operator, types of operators, control statements. First we'll start with what is an operator. An operator are like symbols. So if you take any operator, an operator helps us in developing an expression, evaluating an expression. That is the main use of operators. And it produces some kind of result based on our expression. So we have many kinds of operator, and these are the various categories: arithmetic, assignment, increment or decrement operator, comparison, logical, conditional, and bitwise. So first we'll start with arithmetic operators. So what are the arithmetic operators? Arithmetic operators are like plus, minus, asterisk, divide, and then modulus. Okay, so I think you know the meaning of all these things. So anyhow, we'll be seeing a program for that. So addition performs only the addition operation, subtraction performs the subtraction operation, multiplication performs the multiplication, division performs the division operation. And this is the most important operator. This is not a percentage, it is known as modulus or modulo. It gives us the reminder of any expression. And this is the assignment operator. Assignment operator is nothing but equal to. But even though equal to can combine with a plus, it becomes a compound assignment. Minus, if you combine with plus, again it becomes a compound assignment. So you can use many compound assignments operators also in JavaScript. And the third one is increment or decrement. So increment or decrement operator is mainly used to increase or decrease a value. It can be done like a post increment or pre-increment, post decrement or pre-decrement. I think these are the very basics. I think you know about this because we have studied the same thing in the C language. The same applies here also. And the next one is comparison operator. Comparison operator is nothing but if it is a double equal to, it performs only comparison between the values. It doesn't see the data type. And not equal to will check the opposite of double equal to, and these are the all operators. And at last, this is one of the new operator in JavaScript which we don't have in C language. In JavaScript we have this operator triple equal to. It means normally if you give double equal to, it will check only the value as shown here, but if you use triple equal to, it checks the value as well as it checks the data type also. It checks the value as well as it checks the data type also. So the next one is logical operator. The logical operators are nothing but ampersand, double ampersand, and this is a double pipe operator and not operator. I think we know the meaning of all these things, so I need not explain. The logical operators are mainly used to compare the values between the expressions. So even if one condition, if it is false in logical and in logical or. Even if one condition is true, it becomes true, and logical not is opposite of true, and if it is true, answer will be false. If it is false, answer will be true. The next operator is bitwise. Bitwise operators will perform operations in every particular bit, and here the operation will also be performing on every particular bits, exactly similar to our C language bitwise operators. There is no change in that. And at last we have a conditional operator, and this conditional operator performs just like if condition. If the condition is true, if the condition is true, then this particular expression will be executed, and if the condition is false, this expression will be executed. So this is in C language, we will call this as a ternary operator also. So same manner here, you have to give this question mark for this is the conditional operator, and along with the colon. So in order to illustrate all these things, I'll just show a small program so that you can understand it better. Welcome to the program. This is a previous program which I typed, so I'm going to edit in the same program. Now I'm going to create a text box. Enter the first number, and then I'm going to create a text box here. Type equals text, and then I'm going to give a name for the text box. Name equals some t1, right? So I've created a text box and a button. So similarly, I want to create one more text box. So I'm giving BR tag to print in the next line. I'm creating one more text box here, and this becomes a second number. and t2, right? And here for form also I have to give a name so that we can call that inside the JavaScript. So that's it. Now I'm going to create a function. My function name here is call me, so I'm going to create a function call me, and after that here I'm going to create a variable where a I want two variables, right? So where a comma b dot f1. So now whatever is in the first text box I have to store in the variable a. So the first text box is available inside the form f1, right? So I have to go inside the form first. So document, this is my whole document. In the document I'm going inside form f1 first. Then inside that I have a text box known as t1, which I give the name here t1, and then dot whatever I'm entering a value inside that. So whatever I'm entering the value inside document dot f1 dot t1, that value will be storing under the variable a. So similarly, b is equal to document dot f1 dot t2 dot value. So these are the two values I'm storing in a and b. Now I have to add these two things together. So what I can do is I can create a variable c is equal to a plus b. But notice I didn't create a variable, declare a variable here, so I'm going to declare the variable c also. Now I'm just going to print it on the screen. So document dot write the addition is plus C. That's it. So already we know that plus is a concatenation operator. So I'm going to concatenate it with the string known as addition. Fine. So the addition is a string. I'm going to concatenate the variable C. Now if I execute this program, my fine. Now we'll see the output for the program. Just I'm going to save this file, save, and then I'm going to go to my output. I click open with Chrome, and you can see there I got two text boxes, first number and second number. So I'm going to enter the first number as 10, second number as 20. Now when I click on click me, it is concatenating. Please notice that it is concatenating. So 10 and 20, it is not taking as a number, it is taking as a string. That's the reason it is concatenating. So if you want to inform your browser that that is not a string, that is a number which has to be added, then you have either you can use parse it or you can use number. So you can use number a plus number b. You can't use together number a plus b. So be careful. Now I've converted a and b into numbers. Now I'm going to go to my browser, just refresh that. Again, I'm going to enter the 10 and 20. This time when I click, I'll be getting the answer as 30. I will not be getting the 10, 20 again as a concatenation. So this is how we have to write a program in JavaScript. So why this concatenation happens? Because plus is a concatenation operator. So it is getting confused between this plus arithmetic operator and this plus concatenation operator. So in order to tell it very clearly, we are using this plus, and along with that plus, we are using this number. Number is for converting a string into an integer. Even we can use parse int also, so that we will see in the upcoming programs. So these are the various arithmetic operators, and even you can test with modulus. Number A modulus number B. I'm just executing this. So I'm entering like 20 and 10. So first number is 20, modulus 10. So I'll be getting the answer as 0 because the remainder for 10, 20 is 0. I hope so you understood the arithmetic operators. Now we will concentrate on the increment and decrement operator. So how to increment and decrement the values in JavaScript. So it's very simple. So what we have to do is imagine whatever I'm entering will store in the variable a. Now I'm just incrementing the value of a plus plus. Okay, and then I'm just printing the value of that a. The value of a is, I'm going to print the value of a, and I'm going to print the value of b also. Value of b is b, and here also I'm going to increment the value of b. Now you see here, this is just increment operator. Now I'm going to save this. I'm entering the first number as 10, second number as 20. Now when I click on click me, I'll be getting the answer as the value of A is 11 and the value of B is 21. So it is incrementing with one value. Fine. And similarly, if you want to decrement, you can also do the same. Decrement also works. Instead of A plus plus, I'm giving A minus minus. Now you just see this, how it works. So I'm entering some numbers 2 and 3. Now you can see there A is decremented to 1 and B is incremented to 4. So either we can increment or decrement, that is our choice. And later, now what we can do is this increment and decrement can also be written like this: A equal to A plus 1, B equal to B minus 1. So we can write our increment and decrement like this also, but be careful here, we have a plus operator, so we have to convert that into, this time I'll use percent. I'll use percent of A. So now it will understand that this is a integer. Now it will be converting into integer only. So percent of A plus percent of 1. Fine. Now if we can test this, I'll just refresh my browser. Now I'm going to give 10 and 20, and you can see there value of A is incremented to 11 and value of B is decremented to 19. So that's how we wrote this there. A is incremented and B is decremented. Fine. Now what I'll do is that already we have decremented using 1. Now one question may arise like, why one we can decrement only using 1, why we can't decrement using 2 or 3. So in order to answer that question, we can use the compound assignment operator directly. So how to use that? Minus equal to, and here I give 1, instead of 1 I can give 4. Now if you can see here, I'm directly decrementing 4 times. So normally if I give a decrement operator or increment operator, it will increment or decrement only once. But if I want to decrement at a time 4 or 5 any number, I can use the compound assignment operator. So the meaning of that particular line is, I'll just write in the comments, b equal to b minus 4. So instead of writing b equal to b minus 4, I'm writing b minus equal to 4. So I'll just save this and execute in my browser. Now I'm just entering here 30 and second number I'm entering as 20. Now if you can see here, first number I got 31, it's incremented as 1, and second number, that is B, it is decremented to 4 and I got answer as 16. So this is how we have to understand the compound assignment operator, and later now we'll just see the comparison operators that we have in our JavaScript. So I'll just delete these two things. Now what I'll do is delete this. So instead of this, I'll just give some other name, that is answer 1. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the lesser than operator. Fine. And one more document dot write, I'll be using A greater than equal to B. Fine. Again, I'm going to use double equal to and triple equal to, so that we can understand what is happening. So I'll change this to answer 3, and the last one is answer 4, and this one I'll change to double equal to, and this one is triple equal to. Fine. So I given these operators. Now I'll just save this and I'll execute. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to my browser and just refreshing it. And if you see here, I'm refreshing the value. First number as 20, second number as 40. Now when I click on click me, you can see that answer 1, first one I got true, and answer 2 I got false, answer 3 false, answer 4 false. So from this we come to know that the double equal to operator, I'll just give BR so that it will print in the next line. So in order to give BR, you can just use like this. Just I'll execute this one thing and show you. So I'm giving 10 and 20. Now you can see here answer 1 true came and answer 2 came in the next line. So if you want to give double quotes plus after giving plus, give the BR tag within the double quotes, you'll be getting that in the next line. Fine, now we'll execute this output, and just if you execute this, I'm just giving here 10, and this time I'm giving 20. So I'll be getting the answer as true, false, 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 because only the first condition is true because 10 is less than 20. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give some other value, for instance 10, and second number is also 10. So now if you see here, first one is false, and even answer 3 is also true, and answer 4 is also true. So from this we come to know that this operator is checking like this. So in this program I have given 4 things, that is a less than b, a greater than equal to b, and a double equal to b, and a triple equal to b. As I already said in the slides, a double equal to b will match only the value, it will not match the data type, but whereas a triple equal to b will match both the value as well as data type. Only then the answer will be true or else the answer will be false. So in order to illustrate this, just we'll check it. I'm going to my browser and just giving that. See, now I give both values as 10 and 10. Now when I click on this, you can observe that first one is false, 10 is less than 10 false, 10 is greater than equal to 10 true, and then 10 double equal to 10. Now here it is matching only with the values. Fine, it is not matching with the data type, and fourth one is also matching with the values and data type. So now I don't have any problems. Now what I'm going to do is I'll make a little bit change. What I'm going to do is like here I'm going to convert this to a number. So what it means, till now it is considering as a string. So now I'm telling explicitly to my interpreter browser that a alone you convert as a number and b let it be as a string. Fine. Now if you check this, 10, again I'm giving 10, you notice answer 4 I'll be getting false. And why I got false? The main reason is because see the program, here I have given a double equal to a triple equal to b, but a belongs to number type, but b belongs to string type. Now in the previous a double equal to b, you can check that here I didn't give number. Here also if you want, I'll give number of a. Now here double equal to, we will check only the value, it will not check the data type. So now here also a belongs to number data type, b belongs to string data type. But you check it, when I execute, I'll be getting the same answer. I'll not have any change in this answer. So I'll just refresh this. I'm giving the same value, 10 and 10. Now you see that there is no change in the answer. Why? Because double equal to will only see the value, whereas triple equal to will see the data type also. That's the reason, since triple equal to seeing the data type, we got the answer as false. I hope you understood that. So these are the various comparison operators available in JavaScript. And if we want to concentrate on some of the logical operators or bitwise operators, we can also concentrate on them. So for the meantime, I'll just delete this. And here I'm going to give a less than b and logical and a greater than 3. Now if you see here, a value must be greater than 3, but it must be less than b. So that's what I have given here. So b value every time it has to be higher. Fine. So if I want to test this, just check it out. I'm giving I'm just refreshing the browser. I'm giving 10 and 20. Now a value is 10, b value is 20. So we'll match with the condition over here. So 10 is less than 20, the condition is true, and 10 is greater than 3. This condition is also true. Both the conditions are true. So when I click on click me, answer will be true. Now for a change, what I'm going to do is, again first number I'm going to give as 20, first number 10 and second number 20. Now instead of giving 20, instead of giving 10, what I'll do is I'll give 3. I'll give 3, and here you can now see that 3 I given. 3 is greater than 3, condition is false. So when I click this, I'll be getting false. So from that we can understand that logical and, even if one condition is false, the whole condition becomes false. So if I click on this 10 and 20, now you can just see the program over here. 10 is less than 20, logical and then 10 is greater than 3. So now both the conditions are true, but I gave logical not operator. So when I click on this, I'll be getting the answer as false. I hope you understood that. And coming to bitwise operators also you can test it. So how to test it? less than, left shift operator and then B. A left shift, B I gave. Now you just check this. I'll just refresh. So first number I'm giving 10 and second number B value I'm giving 2. So when I click on this, I'll be getting the answer as 40. So why am I getting the answer as 40? Because the A value is 10, it will convert into the binary digits and it will shift the digits 2 times towards the left. So this is what we studied in C language also. And at last the conditional operator will be coming like, now I'll just write here A is less than B. In that case, question mark. Here what should I print? So I'll be printing like lesser. Just I'll print lesser. Else will be coming with colon, and here it is greater. Fine. So I'll check A is less than B. If the condition is true, it will print lesser. If the condition is false, it will print greater. So shall we check this now? So I'll just browse that, and 10 and 20. Now 10 is less than 20, so I'll be getting the answer as lesser. Fine. I hope you understood that. Now we'll get back to the slides. Fine. The next one is the control statements. As the name states, the control statements control the flow of execution in the program. So we have many kinds of control statements. The first and the foremost is if-else. All these control statements in JavaScript are similar to the control statements present in C language, so that you can easily understand it. So the same manner, we have if condition. If this condition is true, we'll go to the true block, or else we'll go to the false block. So this is about if else. And what about the for loop? For loop, the same syntax as we use in C language: initialization, condition, and reinitialization. And followed by you have while loop. While loop will check the condition first, and after that the statements will be executed, and the syntax is as follows. So while the condition will be given, after that the statements will be printed. And do while also, first the statements will be printed, after that at the end the condition will be checked. So similarly we have break. Break means it comes out, stops the execution of the current program and comes out of the loop. And what about the switch case? Switch case, as the name states, the same manner what we used in C language. Switch, we have to give an expression. Based on the expression, the cases will be selected, and the corresponding statements will be executed. Fine. So I need not explain in depth because several times we have learned all these things. So in order to illustrate, just we'll see a small program so that you'll understand it better. So welcome to the program. So first I've started with the switch case program, and in the switch case program what I did is I've created three text boxes. First text box for the enter first number, second for the enter second number, and third one is for the operator which we are going to enter, and one button. So when I come to my function, there I created three variables, and whatever I enter in the first text box will come to the first, second, and third variable. Now what happens here is when I enter in the text box, that is a C, if I enter the word plus, so it matches with the case plus and it will be added together and display the output in the alert box. And you can see here a given break. So what I have to do is now is just execute the program so that you understand it better. So I'm right clicking this, open with Google Chrome. Now my program is executed. Now I'm going to type here 10 and second number is 20. Now my operator is plus. I'm going to type the word plus, and when I click me, I'll get the output here as addition is 30. And similarly when I press minus, I'll get only minus where subtraction is 10. 10 minus 20 is minus 10. So this is how my outputs will be turning out. Now you can see here I've given break statement. So what I'll do is I'll remove the break statement here, and I'll remove the break statement here also. Now we'll see what happens. Now as soon as I execute plus, automatically it executes minus also. Just check it out because I've removed the plus. So again I'm executing my program 10, 20. As soon as when I enter plus and click me, you will see that addition 30 is coming. Again when I click OK, subtraction -10 will also come, and multiplication 200 will also come. Why? Because I didn't give break statement for plus and minus. So it is not stopping. After executing plus, it is going to minus. And after executing minus, it is going to multiplication. That is the main reason we give break in order to stop the current execution of the program. I hope you understood that. So this is the main usage of switch and break. And fine. Now we'll execute a loop statement. I hope so. If statement, everyone knows about the if statement and if else and other things. So I'm not going to execute that in this particular video. So directly I'll go to the loop. So in the loop, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use two for loops. So I'll remove one text box which is not necessary as of now. So I'll just remove the C also. So what I'm going to do is I'll just remove the switch to, and I'll directly type while A is less than equal to B, less than equal to B. So what should I do at that particular point in time? So I have to, I'm going to print the values from A to B. So how to print? So for printing, what I'm going to use is document.write, document.write. The value is, and for the space, I'll just provide empty double quotes plus, and the variable name is A. So every time it will print up to B, and A will increment every time. So in order to execute this, what I'm going to do, just execute on the browser. Now just see this, I'm going to execute 1 to 10. So 1 to 10, first number is 1, second number is 10. When I click that, you can see that value 1, value 2, value 3, value up to 10. And it is not printed in another line. Why? Because we didn't give BR. So I'll just give BR tag so that we print in the next line. So I'll execute this arguments again. So again I'm typing 1 and 10, and you can see that now values 1, values 2, values 3 up to value 10 is being printed. Now the same program, if I want to do in do while, so the same condition will come at the end with the semicolon, and at the beginning I'll give do. That's it. There's the only part which you have to change if you want to convert from while to do while. So again I'll save this, execute once again. This time I want to give from 10 to 20, and you can see that 10, 11, 12, 13 up to 20 we got the answer. See, just a small change from while to do while. Just condition in the beginning I gave, now in do while condition at the end I gave with the semicolon at the end. Now the same program, if I want to do in for loop, then what should I do with it? So just change this for to do, sorry, do to for, and here you change this value of I as A, and then I is less than equal to B, I plus plus. That's it. Now I didn't declare, so I'll be declaring I. Just I change this to I. Now value is, here I have to print I, and then BR, then I plus plus. I'll just remove this while loop. So that's it. So now again I plus plus is also not necessary here, because in our for loop itself we are giving the increment there directly, so it's not necessary to give. I hope you understood this. Now A value I'm storing in I, I'm checking this condition up to B, and every time I'm printing. So this loop execute B times. So just see this, again I'm entering the value 100 to 200. You see that 100, 101, 102, up to 200 numbers it will print at a time. Fine. So the same logic, only the syntax is being changed for while, do while, and for loop. I hope you understood that. Now we'll get back to the slides. Fine. We came to the end of the fourth session. So next session we'll be seeing about functions. Thank you.